Welcome to Crime Chronicles HQ, your ultimate destination for true crime investigations. What we offer: every week we dive deep into chilling murder cases, hunt down serial killers, and explore missing persons mysteries that haunt investigators. From cold cases to forensic breakthroughs, we uncover the truth behind the headlines. With meticulous research, expert analysis, and gripping storytelling, we bring you the facts, the evidence, and the stories that demand to be told. If you're ready to explore the darkest corners of criminal history, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. New cases drop every week. The vanishing of Jennifer Kesse, 18 years later. Picture this: you're 24 years old. You've just landed your dream job as a finance manager at a prestigious timeshare company. You're living in your own beautiful condo in Orlando, Florida. You're deeply in love with your boyfriend of 5 years, and you're planning your future together. Life couldn't be better. Now imagine, you simply vanish. No goodbye, no explanation, no trace. Your car is found abandoned. Your condo sits empty, dinner still on the counter from the night before. Your family's desperate cries for answers echo through empty corridors of a justice system that seems to have forgotten your name. This is the story of Jennifer Joyce Kesse. And for 18 long, agonizing years, her family has refused to let her memory fade into the darkness of unsolved mysteries. Today, we're diving deep into one of America's most haunting missing person cases. A case that has consumed a family, baffled investigators, and left an entire community asking the same heartbreaking question: what happened to Jennifer Kesse? January 23, 2006. It was supposed to be just another Tuesday for Jennifer Kesse. At 24, Jennifer was the embodiment of the American dream. She was intelligent, ambitious, and radiantly beautiful. Those who knew her described her as responsible, punctual, and someone who always stayed in touch with her family. Jennifer lived alone in a luxurious condominium at Mosaic at Millenia, a upscale complex in Orlando. She had everything going for her: a successful career in finance, a loving relationship with her boyfriend Rob Allen, and plans for the future that seemed as bright as her infectious smile. But on that Tuesday evening, when Jennifer failed to show up for work and didn't answer her phone, her world, and her family's world, came crashing down. Jennifer was the type of person who called her parents every single day. She was reliable to a fault. When she didn't call, her parents, Drew and Joyce Kesse, knew something was terribly wrong. Little did they know that January 24, 2006, would be the beginning of an 18-year nightmare that continues to haunt them to this very day. Let's reconstruct Jennifer's final known movements, piece by agonizing piece. January 23rd started normally. Jennifer spoke with her father around 6 p.m., discussing her day at work and her plans for the evening. She sounded happy, relaxed, completely normal. Around 10 p.m., she had her final phone conversation with her boyfriend Rob, who was out of town on business in Fort Lauderdale. Rob later described their conversation as routine and loving. They talked about their respective days, made plans for when he returned, and said their goodbyes with "I love you," as they always did. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Jennifer's condo told the story of a normal evening. Her dinner was prepared and partially eaten. Her work clothes were laid out for the next day. Her briefcase and purse were by the door, ready for another day at the office. Everything suggested she was planning for tomorrow, a tomorrow that would never come. But here's where the story takes a chilling turn. When Jennifer failed to arrive at work the next morning, her concerned employers immediately tried reaching her. No answer. They called her parents, who frantically began calling everyone in Jennifer's circle. By that afternoon, Drew and Joyce Kesse were racing to Orlando, their hearts pounding with a parent's worst fear. What they found at Jennifer's condo was every parent's nightmare. The front door was locked. Everything appeared normal, but Jennifer was simply gone. Her car, a black 2004 Chevrolet Malibu, was missing too. For a brief moment, hope flickered. Maybe she had car trouble. Maybe she was staying with a friend. Maybe there was a simple explanation. But Jennifer wasn't the type to disappear without a word. She wasn't the type to worry her family. Everyone who knew her understood this fundamental truth about her character. The Orlando Police Department initially treated it as a missing adult case, suggesting Jennifer might have left voluntarily. But her family knew better. They knew their daughter, and they knew this was wrong. Terribly, horribly wrong. Then, on January 26th, 2 days after Jennifer vanished, came the discovery that would haunt investigators for nearly 2 decades. Jennifer's car was found abandoned at the Huntington on the Green apartment complex, approximately 1 mile from her condo. The car was parked in a visitor parking spot, neatly positioned as if someone had carefully placed it there. Here's where our story takes an almost surreal turn. The apartment complex had surveillance cameras, and they captured footage of someone parking Jennifer's car and walking away. This should have been the breakthrough. This should have been the moment when everything became clear. Instead, it became one of the most frustrating pieces of evidence in criminal history. The surveillance footage shows a figure walking away from Jennifer's car. But here's the cruel twist of fate. As the person walks past the camera, they're obscured by fence posts at the exact moments their face would be visible. It's as if the universe conspired to keep this person's identity hidden. Investigators could tell it was likely a male figure, dressed in white or light-colored clothing. But that's it. The one person who could potentially solve this mystery remains a ghost, a phantom captured on film but never identified. The timing of the footage suggests the car was parked between noon and 1 p.m. on January 24th, roughly 12 to 15 hours after Jennifer was last seen. But who was driving it, and where had they taken Jennifer? What followed was an investigation that would consume thousands of hours and involve multiple law enforcement agencies. The FBI joined the Orlando Police Department, bringing additional resources and expertise to the case. Investigators learned that Jennifer's condo complex was undergoing renovations, with numerous construction workers having access to the property. Many of these workers were questioned, but language barriers and the transient nature of construction work made the investigation incredibly challenging. The police explored every possible angle. Was it a random abduction? A stalker? Someone Jennifer knew? Robbery gone wrong? Each theory was investigated, but none provided the answers her family desperately sought. Jennifer's cell phone records were analyzed, her computer was examined, her personal relationships were scrutinized. Friends, family members, co-workers, everyone was interviewed, re-interviewed, and cleared. But Jennifer remained missing, and her family remained in agony. Drew and Joyce Kesse refused to let their daughter become another cold case statistic. They transformed their grief into action, becoming relentless advocates for Jennifer and for missing persons everywhere. They established a website, organized search parties, and kept Jennifer's story in the media. They appeared on every television show that would have them, distributed thousands of flyers, and never, ever gave up hope. In 2018, after battling with law enforcement for years over access to case files, the Kesse family took the extraordinary step of taking over the investigation themselves. They sued the Orlando Police Department and won the right to independently investigate their daughter's disappearance. Think about that for a moment. A family so frustrated with the official investigation that they took on the crushing burden of solving their daughter's disappearance themselves. The emotional weight of that decision is almost incomprehensible. As of 2024, Jennifer Kesse has been missing for over 18 years. She would now be 42 years old. Her parents continue their tireless search, following up on tips, analyzing evidence, and keeping her memory alive. The case remains officially unsolved, but new technologies in DNA analysis and facial recognition offer hope. The Kesse family continues to push for advanced analysis of the surveillance footage, hoping that new techniques might reveal details that were missed years ago. Recent developments include enhanced analysis of the parking lot footage and renewed focus on the construction workers who had access to Jennifer's condominium complex. The family has also established a substantial reward for information leading to Jennifer's discovery. 18 years. That's how long Drew and Joyce Kesse have lived with an empty chair at their dinner table. 18 years of birthdays without their daughter. 18 years of Christmas mornings without Jennifer's laughter filling their home. But here's what's truly remarkable about this story. It's not just about a missing person. It's about the incredible, unbreakable power of a parent's love. It's about a family that refused to let their daughter be forgotten, refused to let her case go cold, refused to stop fighting, even when the entire world seemed to have moved on. Jennifer Kesse's story reminds us that behind every missing person case is a family torn apart, friends left devastated, and communities left wondering. But it also shows us the incredible strength of the human spirit when faced with unimaginable loss. If you're watching this video, you're helping to keep Jennifer's memory alive. You're ensuring that her story continues to be told, that her family's fight continues to have meaning, and that somewhere out there, someone who knows something might finally come forward. Jennifer Joyce Kesse deserves to come home. Her family deserves answers. And after 18 years of fighting, they deserve our continued support and attention. If you have any information about Jennifer's disappearance, please contact the Find Jennifer Kesse organization or the Orlando Police Department. No tip is too small. No detail is insignificant. Because somewhere out there, Jennifer is waiting to be found, and her family will never, ever stop looking for her. Never forget Jennifer Kesse. Never stop hoping, and never stop believing that the truth will eventually come to light.